It's running. My goodness.
Hey, now we really have got the old buffers, haven't we?
Oh, that cheek feels
What's going on?
Morning, Steve.
When I were a lad, I built these bloody steps, I did. Just to think, they're all dead now, you know, pushing up daisies. Hey, when I think of it. Oh, there, what? More?
We need more, Steve.
They're not going to make
Tell your granddaughter all about it.
Hey, come here, lass.
Sit on your knees, Steve.
Before I had my stroke, how well capable I was. I sorted her out at least once a month.
Well, here we are at the original Spadework office, as we used to call it, because that was the name of the project which, use that car, spawned the Airwash Countryside Volunteers way back, thank you folks, way back in 1983, before even I worked here. Previous senior ranger was Dave Smith, and I believe Steve Arundel and Dave Baker were around before I actually worked here. But I was a volunteer too from about 1983. I took over the post, let the car go by again, Jeff. I took over the Bay post in 1987, and this is where it all began. The Spadework offices, the former police station, which is again a police station in Kimberley. Just a little aside, I've always been a dog person, but I was converted to looking after cats because little Cat was her name, short for Katerina, was posted through that letterbox, and I came in one weekend to find a little kitten meowing, and I was going to look after her for a period of time, but hey, softy me, ended up keeping her 19 years later, 19 years of joy. Came through that letterbox, little cat.
We can do that! Just about to do a really big walk!
Now to the walk. Come on, look more exhausted. Collapse to the floor.
Jeff, I've got my head in Vicky's bosom.
Vicky, I seem to remember last week at the barbecue we were talking about you and Kev, and I know it's all over, but how are things now, a week on? Things still looking the same?
Well, he invited me for dinner at his place, and he cooked me chicken dinner, and we had a talk, and to make matters shorter, we're back together again. For the time being,
I'm shocked.
I bet you are. You've heard it so much.
Stop outside your house this morning.
Yeah. And he's gone back to his mummy's, as usual.
Right, well, welcome everybody to Beauvale Abbey Farm. And I don't know if many of you know or not, but here on site we've got the remains of Beauvale Priory, or in 1343 when it was founded, it was Beauvale Charterhouse. And it was founded by Nicholas de Cantilupe, and he was Lord of Ilkeston and Greasley, and he lived down at Castle Farm next to the church on the main road. He founded the priory for a prior and his 12 monks, and they were of the Carthusian order, and the Carthusians lived a very silent life here, weren't allowed to speak, and they lived as hermits. The cottage dates back from mid-1600s, but it's been built onto an existing wall of the monastic building. So the back part of the wall of the cottage dates back from the monastery, which is 1343, but approached by the Beauvale Society, which is a local society based at the Catholic Church at Hilltop. And they wanted to put a memorial up on site here. So with discussions with English Heritage and ourselves, it was decided that this big stone would be delivered on site, and it's placed on what's thought to be the original place of the iota of the church. Anyway, that wall that you're talking about is actually the south-facing wall, because we've got the south-facing window left. This is facing east, of course, as all churches were. And the church part of this monastic site is quite small in comparison to other monasteries, because, as I said, the monks that lived here lived as hermits. And if we walk around, the building that we are looking at is actually the Prior's house. So both St John Horton, or Houghton as his name should be pronounced, St John Houghton and Robert Lawrence would have lived there. And their sitting room was on the top floor. And that was to keep an eye on all the monks, making sure they were behaving.
We're here at Beauvale Priory, and first of all I want to say thank you to Anne for showing us around. Thank you, Anne. We've had a really good afternoon. And Tony, sorry, and Tony.
I think so, Dave. How rude of you.
Today is our last conservation task. We've been running this group now for 25 years. About 25 years. And we've established various sites throughout the area, been looking after them, and we've got some group funds, and we've decided, all of us, that we'd like to present you with a cheque to go towards the restoration here of Beauvale Priory. So I hope you can use this in some way. I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
And we'll come back hopefully in future years and have a look to see what you've managed to do with it. So there's the cheque.
No pressure.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
No problem.
The grant we apply for to go towards the classroom, we have to match fund it. So if the project's £20,000, we have to raise £10,000 to go towards it. So if that's okay with you, Lauren,
Definitely.
you can put it towards that, and then hopefully as a group you can come and use the classroom.
Get those beer engines set up, that's what we want.
I didn't say much at the barbecue, but I think now is the right time to say this. This really is the very last task for the Aerowash Countryside volunteers.
It is.
We've many a good year. We've achieved quite a lot in the local area. We've had a good look today at all the local sites that we've been round, planted trees, hedge laying, footpath construction, everything. And it is with great sadness that we do actually say a fond farewell to Phil, who's guided us throughout this, most of the time. What, 25 years is it in total, Phil? 24, yeah?
At least, a bit more.
40, 45, yeah. And no, it is with sadness that you're going to be going to another part of the country, but we've really enjoyed our time, I think we can all say.
Yeah.
And we wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
And everything else down there in sunny Dorset.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you. Shall I reply? I'm tempted to do quite a lot of funnies really, but I will leave that alone. In all my sincerity, I want to say thank you very much for making it all happen really, because without all you as volunteers we wouldn't have got all this stuff done. And I've met lots of nice people, volunteers that are past and present really, that have come and gone, that have done a hell of a lot, given up their spare time. And not only conservation volunteers, we've had a lot of fun and we've had a lot of laughs, haven't we, as well. And this last day is a perfect day to wind it all up, ending up here at Beauvale Priory. Thank you to Dave for putting it all together, and I've had a great time, and I can't really say any more. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Sorry, Dave. Yeah.